She said, I love you, but I'm not happy. Every time we talked about our future. Finally, I said, life's too short to be unhappy. I ended things the next day. She kept texting that she didn't mean it like that, but I knew she did. I, 29 male, never thought I'd be writing one of these. But here we are at 2:47 a.m. and I need to get this off my chest before I lose my mind. Sarah and I had been together for 6 years. Met in college, moved in together after graduation, the whole 9 yards. Everyone thought we were perfect. Hell, I thought we were perfect. Until about 8 months ago when she started saying it. I love you, but I'm not happy. First time she said it, we were looking at engagement rings online. I'd saved up for months, had the browser tabs open, asking her preferences. She glanced at the screen, sighed, and dropped that bomb. What do you mean? I asked. Nothing, just, I don't know. Forget it. But she kept saying it. Every single time we talked about the future. Looking at houses, I love you but I'm not happy. Planning a vacation for next year? Same thing. My sister's wedding where everyone kept asking when we'd tie the knot? You guessed it. I tried everything. Couples therapy. She went twice, then said it wasn't helping. Date nights, surprises, talking, not talking, space, no space, nothing worked. Then 3 weeks ago, I found out why she wasn't happy. Her phone buzzed while she was in the shower. A Venmo notification from someone named Derek C. The message? For last night, worth every penny as always. My stomach dropped. I knew I shouldn't, but I went to the Venmo app. His feed was public. A classic move for a guy trying to look popular and in demand, I guess. I scrolled through. Derek C. to Sarah. Every week, sometimes twice, all with late-night timestamps and cryptic messages. Thanks for everything. Can't wait for next time. You're amazing. My search history became a deep dive into this guy's digital footprint. It was all there, hidden in plain sight. When she came out of the shower, I was sitting on the bed, trying to keep my hands from shaking. Who's Derek? She froze, just for a second, then laughed. Oh, from work. We grab drinks sometimes with the team. Every week? Not every week. Why are you being weird? Classic deflection. I'd learn later this was her go-to move. I let it go, but I didn't forget. Started paying attention. Late nights at work, new lingerie that never made an appearance in our bedroom, sudden interest in yoga classes that required very specific workout clothes, the way she'd angle her phone away when texting. 2 weeks ago, she did it again. We were at dinner, talking about renewing our lease. I love you, but you're not happy. I know. She looked surprised. I'm just going through something. For 8 months? Why are you being like this? Like what? Concerned that my girlfriend of 6 years tells me she's unhappy every time we discuss our future but won't tell me why? She started crying. Real tears. I felt like an ass. Reached for her hand. She pulled away. Maybe we need a break, she said. Those words hit different when you've been sharing a bed with someone for 4 years. But you know what? I was tired. So tired. You're right, I said. Life's too short to be unhappy. Her tears stopped. Wait, what? I'll start looking for a new place tomorrow. I didn't mean, that's not what I... Can we talk about this? We've been talking for 8 months, Sarah. I moved out 4 days later, crashed with my brother. She texted constantly. You misunderstood. I didn't mean it like that. Can we please talk? I love you. Please come home. But here's where it gets interesting. Remember Derek? Turns out he's not from her work. He's her personal trainer. The one she'd been seeing for private sessions because the gym was too crowded. The one she paid $200 a week for specialized training. How do I know? Because Derek's girlfriend reached out to me yesterday. Yeah, his girlfriend. She found my Instagram through Sarah's tags, sent me screenshots, their texts, the photos, the videos, 8 months of training. 8 months of, I love you but I'm not happy. 8 months of making me feel like I was the problem. The girlfriend and I compared notes. The late night work drinks, training sessions at Derek's apartment. The yoga classes, more Derek. The weekend she visited her sick mom, beach trip with Derek. But here's the kicker. Sarah wasn't Derek's only client getting specialized training. The girlfriend found at least 3 others, all paying premium prices. All thinking they were special. So what did I do with this information? Nothing dramatic, nothing illegal, just the truth. I forwarded everything to Sarah. Every screenshot, every photo, every message where Derek was calling her babe while texting another client the same thing an hour later. Her response, "This isn't what it looks like." I laughed, actually laughed. "I didn't sleep with him," she wrote. "It was just flirting. I was confused. You were pressuring me about the future." Sarah, there's literally a video. "You don't understand. I was trying to figure out what I wanted. Well, now you can figure it out with Derek. Oh wait, he's got 3 other clients to help with that too." She called 37 times that night. I blocked her on the 38th. But we're not done yet. See, we'd been living together for 4 years. Joint bank account for shared expenses. Lease in both our names. Car insurance together for that sweet discount. The works. I did everything by the book. Removed myself from the lease, thank God for understanding landlords. Separated the finances. Even left her the couch she picked out, because I'm not that petty. What I didn't do, tell our friend group, or her family, or anyone really. Just moved out quietly and started rebuilding. She did that herself, told everyone I abandoned her, that I couldn't handle her needing space, that I was controlling and jealous. Poor Sarah, right? Until Derek's girlfriend decided she'd had enough and went scorched earth. Posted everything in the neighborhood Facebook group, the one with 5,000 members, the one where Sarah's mom is an admin. Warning, local personal trainer Derek C. running romance scam. The post went viral. Local news picked it up. Turns out Derek wasn't even certified. Just a guy with abs and a good smile charging desperate women premium prices for attention and affection. The girlfriend's words, not mine. Sarah's mom called me yesterday, apologizing. Said Sarah told her I was the one who cheated. That I was emotionally abusive, that I was the reason she was seeking comfort elsewhere. "Mrs. Patterson, I'm not going to badmouth your daughter, but I think you should ask her about the money she spent on personal training in the last 8 months. Silence. Check her Venmo history, it's public. More silence. "I'm so sorry, honey." Don't be. Life's too short to be unhappy, right? Update 1. Things got worse. It's been a week since I posted this. Thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. Sarah showed up at my brother's place at 3 a.m., drunk and crying, banging on the door, screaming my name. The neighbors called the cops. I went outside to talk to her before they arrived. "Big mistake. You ruined my life," she slurred. "Everyone knows my mom won't talk to me. I got fired." You got fired? Someone sent the Facebook post and the news article to my boss. Said my conduct was a serious ethical concern. My job is in finance. They said the optics of financial deception were a problem. I felt bad for exactly 2 seconds. Then I remembered the 8 months of "I love you but I'm not happy." "Sarah, you need to go home." "I am home. You're my home." The cops arrived. Gave her a warning for disturbing the peace. My brother drove her back to the apartment because I'm not a complete monster. But before she left, she said something that chilled me. "This isn't over. You don't get to just walk away from 6 years." I thought it was drunk rambling. Again, I was wrong. Next day, I got a fraud alert from my credit card company. Someone had tried to make a $3,000 purchase at a jewelry store. On the card we'd shared for emergencies, the one she was still an authorized user on. I called the company immediately, but she'd already hit 3 other stores, maxed out the $5,000 limit, designer bags, shoes, a new iPhone. I filed a report. The credit card company was blunt. "She's an authorized user," they said, "so legally it's not fraud. You're liable for the charges." They removed her from the account, but the damage was done. Turns out authorized user is just another way of saying primary account holder gets screwed. I was on the hook for every last cent. But she wasn't done. Oh no, not even close. A mutual friend, Cody, called me that night. "Dude, did you really steal 50 grand from Sarah?" "What? She's telling everyone you drained her inheritance before you left. Said that's why she had to use the credit card." My blood ran cold. "Cody, we had a joint account with maybe $3,000 in it. I took half. I have the bank statements." She's showing people screenshots, man, of some investment account. Her dad died 3 years ago, left her $50,000. I remember begging her to save some to invest it. She told me to stop being controlling about her money and got real secretive about where it went. Now she was claiming I stole it. I called my lawyer friend, Jessica. Explained everything. "She's building a narrative," Jessica said, "making you look financially abusive. probably setting up for a civil suit. For money that doesn't exist? Doesn't matter if she can make people believe it did. What do? Document. Everything. Every transaction, every text, every email. Start now. I spent the next 48 hours pulling receipts, bank statements going back 3 years, Venmo history, credit card records. Found some interesting things, like the $1,200 she sent to someone named Crystal S. with the message, "Thanks, babe," 2 years ago. Or the cash withdrawals every Friday night when she was supposedly at book club. Or the separate savings account I didn't know about with $15,000 in it. Yeah, she had money. Just not the money she claimed I stole. But the real kicker? I found the receipts for her dad's life insurance. Not all of it, but enough, including payments to Derek's fitness company that started over a year ago. Not 8 months. A full year. She'd been seeing him long before she even started telling me she was unhappy. The unhappiness was just part of the script. I sent everything to Jessica. She laughed, actually laughed. "She's been planning this for a while," she said. "But she's sloppy. This is good. Keep it all." Meanwhile, Sarah was scorching earth on social media. Facebook posts about surviving financial abuse, Instagram stories about starting over with nothing. Even a GoFundMe that raised $500 before someone reported it. Derek? Radio silent. Apparently fled town when the news story broke, left his girlfriend and all his clients hanging. But Sarah found a new angle. Started posting old photos of us with captions like, "I miss when things were simple," and "Some people change and not for the better." My phone blew up. Friends asking if I was okay, if we were getting back together, if I'd come to my senses. I posted nothing, said nothing. Just watched her spiral. Update 2. It's been 3 weeks since the last update. Buckle up, because this gets wild. I'd been living peacefully at my brother's place. New job lined up. Therapy twice a week, highly recommend. Even went on a date, disaster, but that's progress. I thought Sarah had finally moved on. Then her mom called. "We need to talk, in person, today." Mrs. Patterson had always been like a second mom to me, so I met her at a coffee shop downtown. She looked exhausted, aged 10 years and 3 weeks. She slid an envelope across the table. "What's this?" "Open it." Inside were screenshots. Texts between Sarah and someone named Marcus. Dated a year and a half ago. "I can't keep doing this," Sarah had written. "He's getting suspicious. Just a little longer, baby. Once we have the money from my divorce, we can start fresh. Just you and me." What if he finds out about the account? He won't. You're too smart for that. I looked up at Mrs. Patterson. She was crying. "There's more," she said. Turns out Marcus was Sarah's ex from college. The one who broke her heart and made her trust issues worse. The one she'd sworn she'd never talk to again. They'd been planning to leave together for almost 2 years. The separate account I'd found? Their escape fund. Derek? He was a distraction, a cover story for her absences and a way to launder cash withdrawals. The "I'm not happy" comments, setting the stage for her grand exit. "How did you find this?" "She left her old laptop at my house. I was going to sell it. Found everything." "Why are you showing me?" She dabbed her eyes. "Because she's my daughter, and I love her. But what she did to you, what she's trying to do, it's wrong. I love her enough to not let her become this person." Mrs. Patterson. "There's more. Marcus is married." Of course he was. Has been for 3 years. Has a kid. Sarah knows. She doesn't care. They were planning to run once his divorce was final, which was supposed to be last month. But his wife found out, about Sarah, about everything. She's not just giving him a divorce, she's taking him for everything. I almost felt bad for Sarah. Almost. "So Sarah's stuck," I said. "Worse. She owes Marcus. Remember her inheritance? She gave it to him to invest for their future. He lost it all in crypto." I laughed. I couldn't help it. The irony. "That's why she's saying you stole it," Mrs. Patterson continued. "She needs someone to blame, someone to sue, someone to pay for her catastrophic mistakes." "And you're telling me this why?" "Because she's planning to take you to court. She hired a lawyer, a real one. She's going to claim emotional and financial abuse, try to get a settlement." "With what evidence?" "She's been creating it. Fake text conversations, edited bank statements, even got some friends to write affidavits about your controlling behavior." My coffee went cold. This was serious. "I have a lawyer," I said. "Good, you'll need one. But that's not why I asked you here." She pulled out another envelope, this one thicker. What's this? Every piece of evidence you need, real texts, real bank records, even recordings of her admitting the truth to Marcus. Mrs. Patterson, I can't. Yes, you can, and you will. My daughter needs to learn that actions have consequences, and you were the best thing that ever happened to her. She just couldn't see it. I took the envelope, felt its weight, 6 years reduced to paper and pixels. Thank you, I said. Don't thank me yet. She knows I have this. She knows I'm talking to you. She's going to come for both of us now. She was right. That night, Sarah posted on Facebook a long, rambling message about toxic family members and parents who choose sides, and blood isn't always thicker than water. She'd thrown her own mother under the bus. But remember Jessica, my lawyer friend? She was ready. We filed for a protective order, citing the harassment at my brother's house and the clear evidence of her intent to fabricate a case against me. The judge took one look at the fake text Sarah had created, where I supposedly threatened her, compared to the real ones, where she was planning to fleece me, and granted it immediately. Sarah was served at her gym, in front of everyone, including her new personal trainer. Yeah, she'd already found a replacement for Derek. Update 3, the final update. It's been 2 months since everything exploded. 2 months since I said life's too short to be unhappy, and meant it. Here's where everyone ended up. The civil suit? Dismissed. Sarah's lawyer dropped her after seeing our evidence. Apparently, fabricating evidence is frowned upon in legal circles. Who knew? She tried to represent herself, showed up to court in a dress I'd bought her for our anniversary, cried through her entire statement, claimed I was manipulating the narrative and had turned everyone against her. The judge asked for evidence. She presented the fake texts, we presented the real ones, including one where she literally wrote to Marcus, "I'll make him look like an abuser. Who are they going to believe? The crying woman or the angry ex?" Case closed, literally. But the real karma came from Marcus's wife. Remember her? The one not just giving him a divorce? Well, her lawyer used the evidence of the affair to get a massive settlement. Then, she threatened Sarah with an alienation of affection lawsuit, which is still a thing in our state. To avoid being dragged through another public humiliation, Sarah agreed to a settlement. She's paying Marcus's ex-wife for her role in destroying their marriage. With what money? Good question. She sold her car. And that designer stuff she'd bought on my credit card? She had to sell that too. After her mom found out I was on the hook for the $5,000, she gave me the cash and told Sarah she now owed her. Sarah's working 2 jobs to pay it all back. She even had to move back in with her mom, who, saint that she is, couldn't let her be homeless but is making her live under a strict regimen of therapy and accountability. Derek? Still MIA. Though I heard through the grapevine he's in Florida running the same scam. Some people never learn. Mrs. Patterson and I still talk. She apologizes every time, like Sarah's choices were somehow her fault. I tell her the same thing. You're a good mom. You love her enough to hold her accountable. And me? I'm good. Better than good, actually. Got that new job, found a great apartment, even dated a bit. Still disasters, but improving. Therapy's going well. Learned a lot about red flags and boundaries and trusting my gut. Funny thing about being falsely accused of financial abuse, it makes you hyper-aware of your finances. I started budgeting, investing, actually planning for the future. Turns out when you're not spending $500 a month on someone else's happiness, you can save quite a bit. Plus, I finally paid off that $5,000 credit card bill from her revenge shopping spree. Sarah still texts sometimes, from different numbers. The protective order is still in effect. The messages range from "I'm sorry" to "You ruined my life" to "Can we talk" to "I still love you." I don't respond, but I do screenshot. Jessica says to keep everything, just in case. Last week, a mutual friend sent me a screenshot of Sarah's dating profile. She's 29, entrepreneur, she sells MLM shampoo now. Looking for something real with someone who understands loyalty. The audacity. But here's the thing. I'm not angry anymore. Not bitter, not even sad. Just free. 6 years is a long time to spend with someone who was planning their exit for 2 of them. But it's also a hell of a lesson. Red flags I ignored. The ex who was crazy, but she still had saved in her phone. The separate friend groups she kept me away from. The way she'd accuse me of things she was doing. the constant need for validation from other men. The way she'd rewrite history to make herself the victim. Green flags. I'll look for next time. Consistency between words and actions. Financial transparency. Respect for boundaries. The ability to be happy alone. Actual communication instead of cryptic complaints. To anyone reading this going through something similar, document everything. Trust your gut. Don't let someone make you feel crazy for asking questions. And remember, when someone tells you they're not happy but won't tell you why, they might already have one foot out the door. Life really is too short to be unhappy. But it's also too short to be someone else's placeholder while they plan their escape. Sarah, if you're reading this, and I know you are, you still check my Reddit, I hope you find whatever it is you're looking for. But more importantly, I hope you figure out who you are when you're not playing a role for someone else. And to Derek's next clients, in Florida, check if he's actually certified. Ask for references, and maybe Google his name first. As for me, I'm taking myself to dinner tonight. Nice place, celebrating 3 months of freedom and my finally recovered credit score. Cheers to new beginnings, and to dodging bullets dressed as soulmates.